Audio check. Daily. All right. Okay. One. FISA. So here we have all-time highs. This right here is all minor sell side. Asia highs. Or London highs. First fair value gap after 7. London highs. Minor sell side. And we got some major sell side here below it. Major sell side liquidity. Okay. My entire house is sleeping today, so I will be a bit quiet. So price since the morning, what it's done. My analysis. We had price ultimately start up from new dog. Look at liquidity. pushed up into the RTH gap of yesterday. Finally broke first presentation here nicely. I really like this level. So around midnight, finally broke it to the upside, respected it. Really nice longs here. Okay. It pushed over the 50% wick of yesterday's daily candle, pushed higher. Okay. And now we have like I'm liking this level right here. Like this is technically like sell side liquidity. Sell side liquidity. I'm liking this low right here. It's a bit too smooth. Then I think we have some more major side liquidity below us here. Okay, London lows. Currently, right now, we're just waiting for price to do something. If we look at the previous level of the day, something like a lot. Those that would be my favorite level from the previous day. All right. I think today's NFP at 8:30, so we gotta watch that. Price went into this fair value gap here, went to the threshold, went to the higher portion of it. I was London high, broke below, couldn't break here. Dropped lower, took out minor sell side, pushed higher. bodies are actually staying within lower half. Sorry about that. Back. Today's NFP, non-farm payroll. We're gonna be picky with our entries today. Not give back our profits from the week. And as of right now, here's the lay of the land. London highs just above us. We got this really nice SIBI from yesterday, which acted as a very strong level, being respected nicely today. You can see how nicely. And if you're kind of wondering where this is from, it's from here. It's basically this fair value gap here from 1105 yesterday. You can see how nicely it's been respected, and this was the reason for the push down. That's what's been transposed. So for today, that is going to be the business of what we're looking at. I am liking a lot. We're very close to all-time highs, but I'm currently watching lows as well. Got minor sell side here. We got a nice low right here of liquidity sitting here. Right here, another level of liquidity below us. There's just a lot of pools of liquidity. So when we're trading, just remember shorts are a bit more risk than long. And we just have to be nimble today. So far we've been 1, 2, 3, 4, the fourth technically bullish day, or it might be. So we'll see. Yesterday was technically still bullish. It was more like a high test, indicating that you might be slowing down and pushing the other way, but we're currently watching this level here too. Is there a fair value gap here that's laying on top of this quadrant? I don't think so. This one right. But it's not being reflected well, so I'm not even going to look at it. London highs get tagged and start pushing higher. But right now, there's nothing really clear, I think. My trade. These lows, relative equal highs formed here, took out minor sell side, pushed up higher. And then I'm just liking this red area here. Priced it, but into it many times, like, once, closed in the upper half here, closed aggressively lower, pushed the mean threshold, closed. And it's pushing the bottom quadrant here. No. Would this make sense as a trade? In my opinion, no. Like if you look at market structure, it doesn't make sense, right? Like, the low is here and then we created a higher high here. So from a market structure perspective, I think right now we're somewhat ranging. If you look at the 5-minute, 15-minute, 5-minute, 1 hour, nothing is giving like a clear indication here. But in interim, what we want to see is this right here, gold price, and we'll see if it doesn't close below the mean threshold here of the fair value gap from yesterday. I'm currently looking at that and seeing how that presents. Technically, today is a day where you shouldn't be trading because price is a bit more fickle. NFP news at 8:30. Let's mark this on the calendar. NFP. Okay. NFP is always fun to watch. See what ES is doing quickly. Look at ES here. ES, I really like sell side. Right at 446. If I was trading this asset class, strong contender here. Seeing this is all sell side liquidity here. London lows. So I'm really liking the sell side on ES. Transposing that bias here. NQ. Let me drop some quadrants here. Like it's really messy if I do that. But you can see here the bodies aren't getting to mean threshold at all. It would have been nice to see like price come up here, give us like a nice little wick of spikes and damage with an aggressive reversal to the downside, and then we kind of take an inversion down to sell side. But right now, I don't think I have any interest in buy side. So I'm really looking at sell side liquidity. Again, this right here it's decent. I'm liking how just price is just sitting on the lower half here. But this is not giving me confidence that if I were to put a stop loss right above here, or even here, that it wouldn't get stopped out. So as of right now, I have to sit on my hands here and I have to wait for a bit more. This is consolidation technically on the 1 minute. We want to see price start moving in a direction, and then we go along with it. But technically, we've got like minor sell side right here. Even though this wick here, it tapped that wick by a point, I'm still seeing these as relative equal highs. So minor buy side. But do watch out for that level. And then again, like what we're waiting for here is looking at the mean threshold here and if it wants to be broken to the upside. And if it does something like this, right, then that gives this indication that most likely we might be inverting this and going higher. Okay. Or if we fail, we start pushing lower, and that might be the sell side liquidity move. If you guys have any questions, let me know about PA, price action. See, this is all consolidation here. This here is, consolidation. And a very important level, right? This level right here is the upper quadrant of the daily wick from yesterday. I'm watching this, right? And you can see it's hovering around it. Look how nicely it hovered around like the 50% or the 50% quadrant of yesterday's daily chart. Again, using it as support. Took it an hour to break out, but technically used it as support. And now it's currently at like this like next level here. You can see candle here pushed into mean threshold. And let's see if we get inversion properties. And if we do, all-time highs might be a possible trade. But again, I'm really liking sell side, but it's not a good bias to have when you're trading at all-time highs because the assumption is we're going to be pushing north indefinitely. That's how you trade all-time highs. And like this trade right here, like the inversion of this fair value gap, I don't see this as, in my opinion, I would never enter this. Just the reason why is looking at the overall market structure and this specific fair value gap, I wouldn't trade into it assuming we break it, get above it. So as of right now, I don't see any missed trades that we could have taken even before 7 o'clock. This fair value gap right here is nice, right? We're in a market. There's specific fair value gaps that really act as true fair value gaps. Not all fair value gaps are made equal. So do keep that in mind as well when trading ICT concepts. Like if we ever break below this and we invert this, most likely price is going to move from here down to here, right? Like that's like a sure shot. Let's see, like 1, 2, 3, nice little push higher. And then right now, just looking at price, what it did, we consolidated, right? Manipulation, consolidation, distribution. Technically, it's usually AM and then D, right? First accumulation, then that manipulation. And then we distribute, but right now we have a small distribution to the upside. The bodies here are closing in the upper half of this fair value gap. And again, that is kind of what detects strength when it comes to fair value gaps, how those bodies lay, how price is reacting. So, we had 2 little fair value gaps form to the upside. I'm just going to mark them here. The ones that I like the most, it's the ones that are sitting on quadrant, right? To be honest, this fair value gap here, I'm liking a lot more than this one because it's sitting on the mean threshold of this fair value gap. That's how you become favorites. Am I going to take a long off this? No, I'm not. officially had a shift here in market structure, like say like on the 5-minute chart if you're looking at it. Or sorry, wrong. But this technically on the 1 minute, let's the 2 minute here quick. You know, market structure shift, see? Lower low, higher high, right? That's a shift in market structure there. On the 2 minute, we got like this like nice fair value gap here that formed. I'm wondering if we'll go back into it and see nice respect, and maybe that might be the catalyst of the upside. But this is all-time high trading. The price hasn't touched this fair value gap here yet. London highs might be topped. Again, if you're thinking of this as like a possible mistrade, just think about it, right? Let's say you did get there. Where would your stop be? Probably below the second fair value gap here. And then assuming that you're targeting all-time highs, right? 5-1. But if you're, targeting London highs, which is most likely the next draw right here, you just don't have the RR. So anyways, it's a really big fair value gap to trade within. Again, just finding some market structure, maybe like a pullback, being, respect this a bit better, having a bit more confidence, like a stop loss. But as of right now, gotta be a bit more patient. It's 7:30. The next macro time is going to be right here, 7:50. Right, it's going to be macro time again. Okay. So what we want to do as diligent students of ICT is try to trade within these macros, right? Trust me, price moves a lot cleaner and better. And then we got NFP today. So this NFP at 8:30 is going to be, that's the red card. There's 2 red cards today, all-time high trading and NFP. And we have no idea what's going to happen on NFP. So if something clean happens before, great, we'll take it. If not, we'll have to wait after NFP and maybe before 9:30. There might be a move there. Maybe after 9:30. But remember, all you need is one nice clean trade, maybe 2 a day, and you're done. And there's thousands of opportunities. So you just got to cherry pick the right one. Here are some trades. This price is just kind of doing nothing right now. If you guys want to see some clean trades from yesterday, on yesterday's live stream, this is what happened. It was all-time high trading as well. Look at market structure here. There was a shift in market structure here, like we're at all-time highs. But really nice levels here to the downside, okay? Like a lot of relative equal lows, okay? And then, sometimes you don't get it right on the first time. So this was my first short where shift in market structure, this was nicely supported. This fair value gap, it broke below it. I was anticipating it would support price to the downside. It didn't. It was a -1. And then here, you can see here, push higher after, 1 push, 2 push, 3 push. This was the 4th push higher, very aggressive. And then I took the inversion of the first fair value gap, taking minor sell side here, which is these 2 relative equal lows. I did that very nicely. And then price basically just collapsed. And I did catch a lower end using the first presentation fair value gap. So it's the first one after 9:30. Again, targeting more relative equal lows down here. So sometimes you're not right on the first one. And then I locked myself out for the day. That was the business for yesterday. So that's kind of how you use, market sentiment and first presentation. NFP was bad today because of NFP. Shrew, I'm assuming you trade London, man. I haven't looked. Yeah, this is London, man. Look, like this is brutal. You're right. Like this is not tradable. But the good thing is like when London's really messy, the later sessions might be better, right? Clean London means bad New York. I've seen that many times where it just rallies and just doesn't. So London highs have been taken right now. Now, this is what we're waiting for, right? All-time highs, this is going to be our target, right? Let me see if there's any like relative equal highs here that dropped from yesterday. No, nothing. Okay. So this fair value gap here is going to be my line in the sand for like, if we're trading above it, I don't think we'll go below it. And if we do break it, then the bias is going to start to shift. But But you can see here the bodies are, you know, staying in the upper half, which is showing weakness. We just took out London highs here. Okay. So all session highs have been taken. So all we have left is all-time highs. That's the only buy side level. And then basically it's whatever gets printed above it, which could be indefinite. But if anyone here is watching and you guys take trades because you think it's gonna hit this level, that is not the right way. You have to be 95% conviction that could push in a direction based on what you're seeing. You know, manipulation, market structure shift, a lot of confluence, and then you take it. That's how you get your strike rate higher than 50%. If you take every possible opportunity, I think profitability is a lot more difficult. So we just tagged from a wick perspective. No body's even close. Actually, technically, a body did close above it. That one right there. But London highs have been taken. Nothing crazy, but yeah, we're still staying within this fair value gap here that I'm watching. And let's see what it wants to do. Like if it starts, like this is what I like. If we see like an aggressive push higher and then a drop lower, that might be indication that like, you know what, like it took out this liquidity and it's going to start hunting like this minor sell side, maybe this minor sell side. But yes is looking really nice. Like I'm really like, oh, and yes never took London highs. That's interesting. So we're having some SMT divergence from a session perspective. But like this right here, guys, like this, I am really, really liking as a level. Right? This is nice. We just have to wait to see when price wants to turn around. If it will, it might not. Okay. The price right now is it's not as bad as London, but it's not great. Shrew, did you take any L's or wins in the London session? London session. If you played it as an hourly trader, then you would have survived. But anything below an hour or even like a 15-minute, you get chopped up. 5-minute was super choppy. Sometimes to kind of get a clear direction, I go to the higher time frame. Like if 1 minute's not showing you much, I go to the 2-minute. It consolidates items a bit more, right? You know, shift in market structure. We got that fair value gap presented. But again, this is, I don't know, not much here. And sometimes pre 930 sessions give us like gold. Like it's very clean entries, clean runs. Sometimes you don't get much. And you just have to participate and wait. You gotta wait with your lottery ticket. Just wait for the right move. Oh, yeah, that's okay. Proper risk management and L is 100% acceptable. We're slowly creeping up to the macro time. Right, give us something. Is there any other high or swing that I see here? I'm going to look at this fair value gap here. I'm going to transpose it just in case if you manage to catch long. I'm going to be watching how it respects this level here. Let's drag it across. Yeah. All right. We're going to label it as like the last fair value gap that was respected before price turning around. There you go. That's what I'll know what that is. Right, consolidation again. Right, consolidation. We pushed consolidation. To give you guys some context here, after price takes a session high or a session low, right? Something like this. In my opinion, this wouldn't be unless we're like ultra bullish, price should use this as rocket fuel and just keep pushing higher. It shouldn't consolidate like that, right? This, and this is generally speaking, means that it has, I think, a higher probability of pushing lower than higher. Okay. Again, it alone is giving you very little context. Like we're in a fair value gap in the upper half. You know, if this was truly nothing, it would just, you know, maybe push up, go back to a fair value gap, and then push again. Daily wick is huge. Marking the eighth makes sense. Truth, to be honest. I was thinking of doing that, but I didn't want to make it too messy for you guys. Let's see here. Let's see how it looks like. Let's see if it's like giving us the proper information. Eight. Technically, yeah, eighths are working really nice. Ooh. Let's look at the eighth. And remember, when we're looking at using wick, you're using yesterday's wick, not the day before, because you always use the largest wick. There you go. To be honest, that's still massive. But yeah, eighth is a good idea. So again, 75%, you know, we're sitting above it. Next level would be here, which we'll probably see some kind of slowdown if we do push higher, and then but this just might be pre-NFP price action here. So, to be honest, our golden hour is going to be right here. We'll see what happens. And then NFP. So let's play some scenarios out here. Is it possible that price pre-NFP hits this level? It's and if it does hit this level, price is probably going to keep rocketing up. I'm not like, I don't think it's just going to tag this and then turn around. If price was bearish today, I think ICT wouldn't want to see. I'm just thinking about like the way he would talk about this if he was live streaming. He wouldn't want to see the 75% mark get breached. Okay. Because it's creeping up closer to like 0.87 and closer to 1. I think from a bearish perspective, less likely from like a daily perspective. So I think right now, based on how we're trading, based on yesterday's wick and the levels that we're at, like for example, if it was a very heavy bearish day, mean threshold should have contested, but it didn't, and then the 0.75 should have contested as like the last stand, but it didn't. So that's kind of giving me the bias that, you know what, maybe it might be a continuation day. Again, all of this sell side liquidity, it could be left for later, but it'd be really nice. Like, this would be perfect, I think, if it were just come down, just sweep it all, even London, and then just rock it up. That might be NFP, right? Crazy disruption, liquidity grab, and then it just starts rocketing. So you just got to think of these scenarios in the head and what makes most sense based on price action. So it looks like we might break above this pink level here. So we're getting something here with this candle, a bit more volume. again, it's just sitting around these London highs. What I want to see is like an aggressive pop to the upside here, like a fair value gap form, and it using that fair value gap push higher, right? That would be proper bullish order flow. But like right now we left like these weird, like this right here. Like for me, like that's sell side liquidity right there forming. Like I would never put a stop loss right below there. Right. Mini fair value gap here forming in the upper half. And right now, assuming that we close above from a body perspective, we don't want to see bodies lay in the lower half, okay? So I wouldn't want to see bodies close here because that would indicate, because it did so much work in here already, right? I wouldn't want to see price go back down into the lower half from a body perspective. The moment like one of these candles here, let's say it closes higher and then it closes like right here, then I'm going to be officially sitting in my hands past NFP. This is where you make money as a trader, by doing nothing. So, you know, I think over the last hour, 45 minutes of streaming, I don't see any trade here. And to be honest, if you did take a long, I think that would have been pure luck. There's no edge here breaking to the upside and pushing higher other than trading all-time highs. But from like there's just too many nice levels below us. There's nice levels above us, all-time highs, which is just permanently a nice level that you're just pushing into. We can see here it pushed into this fair value gap here, and just like look at the bodies here. Those below mean threshold, right? It filled it in almost completely. Let's see how this candle's gonna close. It'd be nice to see it just like go down and then just close right above, just failing to close within this fair value gap. I'm just gonna position size, see what I can do here. You know, if we were to get something higher with a fair value gap, again, be like a 2 to yes. I personally like fund. I think they're top 3 firms in my opinion. They have 1-day passes. Let's go to FundedX quickly. FundedX.com. But this is like if I were to blow my Top Step accounts, which I like the tracker here for like live streaming. I would only do one Top Step account and I have that copied over into everything else like Funded Next. So they have Rapid, they have Bolts. You can pass in a day, 50-50. So I was trading with them a while back when they first came out. They were really cheap. It was $55 for a Rapid for the 50K account. Now I think it's $99. Next. My code here is going to give you, I think, 5 or 10% off, or it's going to give you the best possible deal that they're offering currently. You're always getting the best possible deal, and if there's no deal, you're still getting a discount off. That's the partnership I have with. But I think the easiest way to trade is you trade through Top Step, and then you have that copied using a copy trader like TradeSyncer, and then it just automatically copies. But you just have to make sure that like when you close things on Top Step, it closes everything else. Like you always have to double check because there's a chance that it might not, and you have to manually close everything. There's a risk there. Like Top Step, I know is going to automatically close my trade no matter what happens. But when it comes to like using like copy traders and stuff, there's always the chance of failure. All right, so we're breaking above this fair value gap here, the upside. We're about to enter the macro. All right, this might be the bearish order block here. Now I'm a bit more honed in on taking price at least here. but I have to wait for the proper entry. This right here below me, I'm not loving. But if I were to put, let's say, my stop loss below here, I wouldn't want to see a candle. I wouldn't want to see a candle get anywhere close to mean threshold of this daily fair value gap. So, well, again, it has to be at least a 2-to-1 for me to take it. My edge won't play out if it's not a 2-to-1. My strike rate's 55%, so has to be a 2-to-1 for me to be profitable. Or take 1-to-1s, I wouldn't be profitable. It's funny how that works, eh? Everyone on like Instagram is like 1-to-1s to make money. I don't know, man. Wouldn't be for me. 1-to-1s do not pay the bills. You know what pays the bills? Taking high RR trades and scaling into them, and you're making 20 R off one trade. That's what pays the bills. Not like a little dinky 1-to-1. Right, this might be a fair value gap that forms here. I already drew it out. I'm assuming it might close up here. This is something that would be basically possible. Oh, come on, man. Closed above. And again, we got a quadrant here. The price just tapped. Let's see if it wants to come back and give us possible entry. What level is it? I might be targeting for all-time highs, and I'm just going to be going to break even if it gets there. 925. You can't take a long off here. This wouldn't make sense. I need to see it pull back a bit more, show some support before pushing higher. So I get that RR in. Like this would be dumb. 2-to-1. This makes a bit more sense. Because even if you take your position out here, it's a 2-to-1. Price might temporarily create a high here. And here's some things I don't like about this trade, right? We're at all-time highs, good. We're in the macro, good. Bullish order flow, good. Usually I like to see like the disruption. Like ever since here, we're in a constant bullish order flow. Like here's push 1, push 2, push 3, push 4. Like this is gonna be the 5th leg here. So I don't know. I think I might do half risk here if it gets here. And then if it gives me the opportunity, I'll scale in. So guys see me trading full risk. That means I'm a lot more confident, but this is okay. This is like, I don't know, assuming it gives us like a nice entry, I'll say like a B trade. Right? If it breaks above this level here, this might be the next level of support. Yes, you can. Yeah, you can copy. Yeah, Shrew. I have, yeah. You can do trade evade accounts, you can do Rhythmic accounts. You can trade anything, man. And the platform that does it is Trade Sinker. It's like, it depends what account you get, but for I think $100 a month, you can trade from Top Step to any other account. And it's really simple. The Top Step for me is becoming more of a B tier firm now. They do pay out. They've never rejected a payout from me. I've never had issues with them. I saw people online are getting like rejected, but it's okay. All right, so you can see here, price broke above an eighth of the 0.875. Right now it's pushing lower, and then we kind of want to see like it shallow out here and see if it has one more leg here before we're freaking entering. We're in the macro right now officially. The macro is going to end here at 810. I want to see price here. I'm going to see how it reacts to this fair value gap here. Just because we're in such a premium at all-time highs. I just want, like, if it's going to close below this fair value gap, yeah, not interested. If it closes like at mean threshold or something like that, or above, more interest. If the wicks can't even get to the bottom quadrant, more interest, right? So I'm a bit more. I'm just not liking like this here. Like this is gonna be like, this is gonna be taken, right? This is, you know, to be taken when, right? That's sell side liquidity. Yeah, so we'll see here. Can you at least touch it? All right. I thought I would at least touch this fair value gap, but it looks like it's trying to dig above. All right, so I don't think this entry is going to happen anymore. This here is the bearish order block. It's trading above mean threshold here. That I am not liking for sure. And sometimes you just don't get the entries that you want, just fine. Right now we are a fair value gap that I might use actually. It might form. It won't form anymore, but like if this becomes a fair value gap, I'm going to use it. We'll see. No, it probably won't now. So again, it's about being patient. And price can do whatever it wants. And if it doesn't want to give us an entry, that's fine. Imagine getting to a trade that's not optimal and you hit an R, like a -1R, and then you're like, shit, shouldn't have gotten it. That's what I'm trying to prevent myself from doing right now. So like this right here, for example, this is no good, guys. 2 failed approaches to break 0.875. Would I take a long off here? Probably not, unless I see something nicer from like a body perspective. But like this is no bueno. Maybe if we invert this, then you might want to take a short to this level here. But then again, on that point, it's all-time highs, and you're trading into this fair value gap here that was extremely well respected over the last 24 hours. So sometimes you're in a position where not much is happening. And unfortunately, guys, this isn't prime price action today. Like, look at it, guys. Like, usually people are right. Hindsight, can't even find a trade right now that would have worked out. Nothing here boosts crazy confidence. I'm going to remove this possible long here. Let's see how it's going to respect this fair value gap. Yeah, and like right now we're doing tape reading. This is pre-NFP price action. Okay, that's the caveat. I thought NFP was last Friday, but it's today. Usually it's the first Friday of every month. But that is, it's going to be today instead. My guess is this won't be respected. Again, I think 70-30 that it won't be respected, but we'll see. Like shorts here would be aggressive. Just curious if it gets to the lower half and retests it. I'm just playing around here, guys. That's all I'm doing. 2 to 1. Let's see the 15-second chart here quick. I'm going to short it here, $100. Let's see here. Extremely aggressive short. Technicals kind of make sense. The inversion, this. We have highs above us, but the sell side liquidity, I think it's what it wants to hunt right now. My stop loss is going to be right there. It's like a quick 2 to 1. Okay. My stop loss moving right there. I'm going to start peeling back here. Actually, you know what? I'm going to leave it where it is. Watch out for this high here of this fair value gap. I can just respect it and push higher, but I feel like it wants to take out this sell side here, especially this candle right here. This is where we go break even. What level is that? 891. 89. I'm going to do a partial there of 60%. Buy, you know what, 50%. 891. 89150. 89150. Okay, so I'm doing a partial right here of 50% if it gets there. And then I'm going to break even right away once it hits that. Stop loss is moving now. Let's see if it wants to take it. I peeled off 25% of my contract. Come on, do not respect this high as fair value gap. Again, this is the perfect good. All right, moving my stop loss above this high here. I just don't want to see that pierce at all. What level is that? 906. Okay. All right. All right, now we wait. Either I'm out for 80 bucks or I'm going to bank around 200. All right, that push lower is nice. I'm break even now. Stop loss break even. Partialed out 50% there. And now I'm at break even, and hopefully it takes out my last target, which is that low right there. I'm going to pull off one more right there. I'm just not, because there's a chance that it just fucking turns around after taking that low. Right now, I have 2 runners left. $51 on the table. 7 a.m. candle, no wick. I don't even know where the 7 a.m. candle is. Let me go back to the 1 minute. 7 a.m. no candle. Yeah, you're right. That's a possible entry. You know what? Let's see. I might get stopped out here with my 2 runners. But that's okay. We are going to see. Let's do this, guys. Have a bit of fun here on the stream. This is a possible level. 894. But I think I'm going to get stopped out here for break even. All my remaining 2 runners. Yep, done. Okay. All right. Quick little trade. What, you know, I got I risked $100 and I made 100 off that. So I made technically 1 R off the trade, but normally for me that's just half an R. So again, it's this very well respected fair value gap. And why did I partial here, guys? Is because that's like the no wick candle that has a higher chance of trading to. Surprised it never got to here. I really thought it would, like at least this candle, but it didn't. But anyways, we'll see what it does here. So that's the business. Usually when it comes to higher RR trades where I trade it, you don't see me trading within like 10 seconds. I make a decision. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to drop a like. It tells me that what you guys are seeing here is somewhat of a value add to your trading. Nice partial. They say partials pay. $803 guys. Matt, this is interesting. Like I'm looking at the bodies here. I'm gonna close this line here. So there's less here and remove this arrow. But you can see here, like rejections like this off of quadrants. This kind of gives you like, okay, I don't think it's gonna get above there. Right now, it's kind of sitting in a weird level where there's a lot of sell side below us. Like this for me is becoming a better level to short into because none of this was tapped, just this one candle. But like this high probability fair value gap, like we're we just broke above it. Now it looks like the candles are to try to paint that picture of like what price is doing right now real time. But let's look at ES quickly. Like ES has this Nova candle also at 7 o'clock. Like this, like I still like shorts a lot. It's funny how we're shorting at all time high. This is not what you're like. This is, you're not supposed to do this. You will get hurt if you don't know what you're doing. You can see here, price got into this fair value gap that failed, that we went short off of. I just wicked. And again, like I would not be comfortable having my stop loss above it after it pushes like that. I'll just go to break even and hope it keeps dropping. If we weren't at all-time highs, maybe I would let it breathe, but there's no breathing when it comes to shorting all-time highs. So I feel like this is going to be the next draw here. This reclosure back in, sell side here is most likely going to be taken. So initially, that was like a 60 or 70%. Okay. Look at that, guys. Look at the bodies here. Bodies are still staying in the upper half of this fair value gap from yesterday. In my opinion right now, if you're about to take a trade, would I enter? No. Opportunity's over. This is a scalp. This is just, confluence using sell side and just going against the market trend. We'll see how this closes in 1 minute. Okay, so it's closing still in the upper half here. Gun to my head, I think it's going to drop, but not confident. 50-50 to be honest. So we're just watching price right now. What time is it right now? 8:10. Macro's ending soon. So what do? We traded in the macro. We waited for a very long time and we managed to, get out in the green there. So that's how we survive as traders. If NFP provides some crazy damage to the downside, again, it's just like always ask yourself this question: where's the draw? And right now, the draw is it's either down here, which I really hope it is, or it's up here. If you have high confluence from here, for example, like post NFP, nothing really happens, and you think the draw is below, and you're getting some really, then take that 5-to-1. It's a freaking 5. Like assuming you're right, you're most likely going to scale in on the way down. And once price kind of starts turning around and pushing at such a premium, then there's a chance it'll become like a 7 and 8, a 10-to-1. But if you get stopped out, then it's just a high risk trade at all-time highs. So make sure that it aligns with your model and it doesn't break your psyche. That's the most important thing. when I go on tilt, and you guys might see me going on tilt, I start trading with no strategy. So I have to, like, I try doing everything I can to protect my own psyche by partialing out. Like, for example, many times we take trades, it's like a 5-to-1. It's sitting at like 80% profit. So it's sitting at that 4R mark. You don't partial, and then it just starts pulling back, and you're hoping, you're waiting for it to turn around, and it breaks you even. And you lost 4R like that. And that's something that drives me to psychosis. When something like that happens, I think the best thing to do is lock out, but no one locks out. There is no tomorrow. So these bodies are suspicious, right? I think they're slowing down. Like that push to the upside is failing. It's going to this bearish order block here, which is, to be honest, very weak, right? Because price hasn't really pushed lower. Like, to be honest, the order block would be there. But something that I like seeing is price displacing twice as much. Like, assuming this is the order block, which technically is one giant order block, you want to see price displacing at least like this much to make this valid, right? That makes like a really valid order block. When you see it displace like one standard deviation lower. That's based on ICT's teachings, actually, from his core content. I am reviewing it now, just double checking all my logic and everything. But I guess that's a note for everybody. Where is my notebook? There you go. Sell side's been taken now. See when it's now. There you go. I guess we're right about our guess, but again, I don't think it's like an educated trade at this point. Maybe if you got in here and you're break even or some, but again, you saw here with me that I wasn't comfortable in having a stop loss at a reasonable level at all-time highs, hoping it's gonna break lower. So it took out sell side here. A really good rule is if price gets to 50% of your target, you know, aim to remove at least 50% risk, if not full risk. That's something I try to do. So sell side's been taken. So sell side liquidity taken. Okay. Now we're looking at the bodies. Okay. Was that the move lower or is it going to go higher? That's the question. I'm looking right now at my 15-minute, we're still bullish. 1 hour, we're still bullish. 5-minute, see us slowly breaking to the downside. Like that's where I'm a bit more neutral on it. And then the 1 minute, you know, technically we took out sell side. Maybe that was it. Maybe it's going to start pushing higher and it'll never break this mean threshold here. If it never breaks this, right, my bias is still bullish, but there's no trade opportunity here in my opinion. Like this is what price is doing right now. Moving sideways, we got to push higher, down, moving sideways again, right? Let's look at the 2-minute here. Let's look at some filters. This looks like, you know, a top, maybe, possibly. As I cycle through these 1 to 5 minute candles, but I'm looking at this mean threshold, and if we kind of put a body below it, that's when I kind of start shifting my bias. You know what? We might start pushing the 722 candle, right? This might be the next draw, right? It's called like a, I'm forgetting what these these candles are called, like vortex candle or double marks. So See your price kind of like sticking on that mean threshold. It's not like bouncing away. It's like sticking. This right here, is that our high probability fair value gap? Let's see. Technically sitting right at, okay. So it's breaking. So right now, my bias is shifting right now, okay. This may have been the top pre-NFP. NFP is in. Give me 1 sec, guys. All right, I'm back. Sorry about that. All right, we've got NFP in 15 minutes. Yo, I'm guessing. I really think NFP is going to destroy these bottoms here. I feel like pain is coming to the downside. That's just my 2 cents. My lucky guess, if I can call it that. But again, like bodies are closing. We're closing in the lower half here. You know, bias slowly shifting. My favorite fair value up would be this one right here. And like assuming that we're still bearish, I wouldn't want to see this break to the upside, right? Like it can pull back to it, wick, and then go lower. You can see here prices just melting every single bullish PDA rate to the upside. I don't know. I don't see like something like this. I don't know. See, it's not like a 2-to-1, it's a 1-to-1. Like assuming like the next draw is here and then like the 7 a.m. first presentation, it might even go there. Technically already went there. I just don't see, I just don't like the RR guys. Maybe if it goes up here, a tiny little scalp before NFP, but it's not, this is not a good trading time. We're after the macro, before 8:30. I feel like this is where you kind of sit on your hands a bit and you wait. We'll see. This for me is a high profit. Oh, this fair value up I like. This right here. Okay. This I'm going to remove. That is what it is. Like we know there's a fair value up there. Let's see how it's going to respect this area. If it's not going to break mean threshold for this fair value in general, I think having like a stop loss right there might be safe. But we have to see how it respects, right? And that might be like a 2.5-to-1. And see, we wait now and see if it gives. And to be honest, it doesn't look like it's going to give it to us. 25 seconds. We'll see what it gives us. And the moment it closes above this candle here, what is that telling you? That this bearish order block here is weak because price, from a wick perspective, came all the way up to the body of it. And technically, I wouldn't want to see price get above the mean threshold. So this is, oopsies. This is no bueno. There you go. We just filter out a trade real time. Got to kind of look at what price is doing. Candle by candle reading. And right now we're just going to wait till 8:30, guys. What do you guys think? Let's do a mini, can I create a poll? How do I create a poll here? Okay. NFP direction. All right. Sorry to pull here. Let me know what you guys think. If NFP in 12 minutes, we're going to go up, down, or we're just going to whipsaw both directions. Curious what you guys think. I've got 4 people here with me. I personally think shorts. Might be wrong. It might just power through and just keep going higher. I really hope it doesn't. Like seeing shorts and disruption to the downside, I think that might be like a good candidate for longs later. You just got here. Alex, you missed a great trade. 5. What's option 5? Oh, wow. Someone's long, someone's short, and someone thinks it's a whipsaw. Okay, so it looks like we're we're all tied. Interesting. And then drop. Yeah. Interesting. All right. We are all mixed. And like, what does that tell you about the market? That you shouldn't trade NFP. Everyone has a different opinion. And someone's gonna be right. Oh, the 5th person. Oh. So anyways, Alex, you haven't missed much. Price generally was garbage in my opinion. Nothing clean, like no clean nice runs. Even looking hindsight, we saw nothing, and there's still nothing to be seen. I don't see clear trade. All right. See this right here? Like, I don't know if I'd like, this is not clean 1 minute price action. Like we broke this high and then just dropped lower again. So I don't know. There's nothing here, guys. The next 10 minutes. Grab some food, take a break from the chart. See what's happening on ES. Yeah, ES is looking. My favorite pair is ES. But like look at ES, like pre 930. Like this is like look at this. This is consolidation for me. Like I don't know, you can't really trade this. I can't. I wouldn't be able to. What's this right here? It's like an interesting fair value for ES. It's just the first one after 7 o'clock. See how it has like a bit more strength than everything else? Like once you kind of like, once ES gets below this, to be honest, this is like a great inversion level into this level here. Like this is like, for me, this is nice. We have, and there's only one negative here. We got relative equal highs here. Relative equal highs. But there was SMT with NQ. Okay. So those are like least impressive highs, right? Just because of like the SMT, I don't really see these as relative equal highs anymore. I can maybe create that bias that it's gonna just drop. What's NQ doing? Yeah, we're gonna watch ES here, guys. Oh, but NFP is in 8 minutes. We're gonna trade it now, but if NFP wasn't, I think ES would be the asset class we trade. So if it were to do this, guys, this is for me like an A trade. I would have my stop loss right here. I would be targeting these lows. If it got something like that. If NFP does this, it shoots price up and then it comes back down, I'll take it. I'll definitely take that short. So anyways, I'm hoping for shorts. Am I trading NFP? I don't trade, and like I trade on NFP day, but I don't trade NFP. And no one here should be trading NFP. I don't even think prop firms will pay you if you only trade NFPs too. They'll just deny your payouts. So this is interesting. Let's create an alert here. I'm gonna create one right there. Add alert. Price is crossing. Let's see what NQ is doing quickly. It's breaking, and like NQ is very messy. I don't like NQ today. I've never traded ES in my life. Fun fact. Never took a trade on ES. I'm gonna mark up ES on trading view, or sorry, on Top Step here. So I know what levels to attack. There. So sometimes I mark up like key levels on Top Step X's trading platform. It allows me for really quick entries and sizing into position. So possible entry or exit. Like this is nice too here. Like this is nice as well, right? And I like this as well. Like these levels. So maybe like 80% partial here and then 20% runner all the way down here. What's NQ doing? So ES is a lot heavier than NQY. Never took out, session highs. Like if I were to get in, probably something here. What would this be? A 3-to-1. Okay. Anyway, let's hope NFP doesn't just drill this. Let's really hope it does nothing. And then we catch this at the 850 macro, clean 3-to-1. I'll do probably like a full risk here. Let me call it a day. There you go. And we're done trading by 9 o'clock. And you lock out and you say good luck to all the traders trading for the rest of the day. All right. Look at these nice rejections, guys, right? Look at that. First presentation after 7 a.m. And sometimes I saw ICT use first presentation after 6 a.m., which would be right here. But I don't care about that level. This one I like because it's been respected. It tells me that price liked it. Bounced. This right here is minor buy side, okay? Guys, 3 minutes till NFP. Make sure I have no partials. MQ. MES. Today I'm going to be trading MES. I'm just going to keep adding like 1 micro until it gets $200 if we get a nice trading opportunity. Hmm. Two minutes. minute and a half. Let's see if listen. A minute till everyone blows their accounts. See what Bitcoin's doing. Massive drop in Bitcoin. This is interesting, guys. We'll go through Bitcoin later, but I found like a really cool pattern. It's weird. It's super manipulated. But anyways, we're opening up in 30 seconds here. By opening, I mean NFP is dropping. It's dropping the bomb. See, very messy. And drop. All right, yes, push to the upside. Wow, whoever hit long, congratulations, you are right. You are right, man. NFP drop. It took out this minor buy side here. It's hitting that last fair value gap before price turned around. It's gonna freaking hit all-time highs probably. If it breaks above this. Switch on ES here. Where's all-time highs here on ES? Right here. Are those all-time highs? Oh, wrong. What was I anchoring that to? I think it's that. Nope. All-time highs. Price is still pushing to the upside, guys. From what I'm seeing here on my top step chart. If price turns around and kind of starts going to this, is going to become like a really nice, like if it does something like this now. And again, I'm just trying to see like what would price do for me to become comfortable with a trade? And it would be this. It has to get below this level on ES. Like mandatory. Look at that. That's just like one giant wick now. Sorry that I keep switching back and forth here. All right, so here's the wick. I'm just gonna put some quadrants here. Look, it got to 50%. That's interesting, eh? Look at that. Second candle there, 50%. You know, if price were to turn around, like we don't want to see it, you know, break 75% here. But I can't, yeah. I'm not gonna participate in this price action right now. I'm gonna wait for a bit more. Price just breached the 50% mark. Let's move my alert here. So I'm gonna start looking at ES once it breaks this level. Let's go back to NQ, our bay. All right, so we know where 50% is. I'm just gonna mark it here so we know. Trend line. Let's get rid of this. Too many lines. Maybe like a micro scalp if you guys are trading the 15-second, just taking it from here to all-time highs. You gotta watch the 15-second here. It's gonna be like basically something like that. Let's see if it wants to respect that, and then creates a fair value up here, trades into it, and then you take that long. There's a fair value up there. Oh, I don't know if I can catch this. No, I'm not going to. All-time highs just above us. It's like a 1-to-1, right? So like if you're taking this, it would have to be like you're dragging it to infinity. But like, what if price just leaves relative highs and drops? So, guys, I'm gonna be a responsible trader here, and we're gonna give price a bit more time after NFP to kind of really figure out what it wants to do. It might take out all-time highs. It might not. It looks like it will though. Jeez, just pushing. So right now there's really nothing other than all-time highs and this fair value gap here. And you might have a fair value gap here. It'd be really funny if it left this and just dropped. I've seen that happen many times. That's why I'm saying it is an option. But in terms of taking a trade with like a nice stop loss, there it goes. Did anyone grab that long? Like that 15-second entry? It'll be right there. Like, guys, like possible trade. Yeah, all-time highs taken though. Now, since it took all-time highs, we're going to look for that first fair value up that it forms. And once it fails that, that might be a good indication that we might be pushing lower. But again, we just saw the sell side below us here. Jeez, freaking stupid price. Should have took that long on that 15-second, but it is what it is. In 20 seconds, this candle's going to close. We're going to have like our first fair value gap above all-time highs. And then technically, theoretically, that should support price and it continues going higher. Definitely. The next macro is coming up like 10 minutes. Maybe again, we'll see. Where is price going to open up today? Okay, so look at this, guys. Price opened up all the way down here, 711. 711. Right now we're opening up at a 250-point premium. Okay, we're pushing into this fair value gap that it formed. This would be a crazy high risk. I'm just thinking, guys. This is called catching a falling knife. There's still no indication that price is going to turn around here, but MNQ. Right. Bodies are closing a mean threshold here of this candle. So it's being respected nicely, this bullish fair value gap. Right now I'm just looking at the 15-second chart to see how we're respecting this fair value gap here that formed once we breached all-time high. If price is truly bullish, it should just keep going. Unfortunately, I can't long this. like infinity. Like we're going to open up on a premium range and there's going to be some pullback at 930. Catching a flying knife. Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely flying. It's not even falling. It's flying. It's flying. Body's just like closing in the upper half of this fair value gap. It's still being respected nicely to the upside. Where would mean threshold be? It's looking, yeah, it's looking like it's going to do another leg higher here based on these bodies and how they're looking like. Mean threshold would be right there. Four to one. Yeah, but do not look at the short guys. This is just, if price were to show me something really nice, might be just fading all-time highs. But you see how these bodies here are all closing above? This is telling me that most likely we're going to push higher. And but this is also giving me a nice PD array that when we break it, it's a respected fair value gap. And when we break it, most likely it's going to invert and push lower. See, there you go. It goes up. But again, not interested in just taking this north. There's a million opportunities in the day. If you guys took this long and like the moment it breaches this high, I would probably go to break even right away. So we're going to point to this here. Pre-930 prices. Where are the pre-930 prices? Oh, right here, this blue line. Okay. Okay, so let's see what ES is doing. High probability trade would be this right here. Like if price all the way gets catching something here. I just don't believe that we're going to leave these here. I have to have two charts here, one ES, one NQ, because they keep swapping back and forth, and I feel like you guys are getting dizzy by me doing that. It breached all-time highs, so ES hit all-time highs too. This is the fair value gap before it hit all-time highs. Or after, sorry. But it's not above all-time highs. Where did ES close out yesterday? Let's see. Regular trading hours, all the way down here. 369. 369. So 40 point gap opening. Mean threshold would be somewhere here. Okay. Unfortunately, we're waiting now, right? Possible longs here, but having, like, think about it, guys. Look at the charts today. All of Asia, all of London, all of 930, it's all bullish. And there's going to be a bullish RTH gap. So regular trading hours gap. So like we're right here, this red line. Here, I'll show you guys what I mean. Here's regular trading hours. We're right here at this red line up here. That's where we closed yesterday. Do you think that price, when it opens, it's going to continue pushing up higher? I think a pullback will happen at a minimum, right? So that's kind of where we're at from like price perspective. So. But I want to see this once this inverts. 7 a.m. candle. Man, I thought about, let's see what Alex thinks. Man, I thought about taking a buy from the no previous candle. Like down here. Yeah, it's, you know, I personally didn't see any buy signals. We're you know, today we're extra picky about price action just because it's NFP. But like money has been made to the upside for the last 3 sessions. Price can like I personally hate trading all-time highs. If you ask me, like all-time highs is like there's just nothing here in the past that I can go off of. All right, we're entering this respected fair value gap here. Let me see yes quickly. Oh, nice. You pushed once higher, twice higher, so that Mike Tyson 1-2. And again, who is the weaker asset? It's UNQ. Let's try to trade ES here. I'm going to take a short on ES, guys. Oh, shit. 1 micro is so much. Oh, my gosh. Oh, this is ES. This is not mini. I'm going to kill this trade right now. Sorry, trade the wrong asset class here. MES. Okay. That was an incorrect contract move by my end. All right. I'm going to see if I can get a bit aggressive on this entry here. 2, 3. Again, guys, I am fading the entire market here. We'll see here. I'm starting off with half risk. And as we start moving lower, I'm going to be scaling in all the way to these like relative equal lows here. Okay, so I'm risking $100 here. My stop loss is at 410. This is the first time I'm trading this asset class. So it's a 3-to-1 now. How many contracts on ES? I'm trading 4. I accidentally traded like not MES but ES, so I lost $40 there. But it is what it is. Mistakes made. And my stop loss currently, it's right here. Yes is breaking down as well. Like, see that how it like but I really like yes. Like it's a weaker pair. So let's see what we can get today. If you break below this, you know what? Do I scale in more? For me to scale in more, I have to take risk off. Okay. We're gonna play it safe, guys. Even though I'm liking this, we're gonna leave it as is. I'm gonna add one more contract. Okay, there you go. So in my opinion, displaced higher, NFP. We started turning around. Clean lows below us, sell side. There's gonna be a huge RTH gap. I guess like those are like my my checkpoints here. We've inverted this. We've inverted this last fair value gap to the upside. Why did I mark it as red? It should be blue as bullish. And this one's going to be bearish. I have 125 on the table right now as a risk. My stop loss is basically moving below these body highs. And right now we just wait. I think I'm just gonna I'm not even partially at this point. Look at that, guys. Shorting at all-time highs. Flying knife, I got you. Just keep flying down. I like how let's remove that arrow. I like how we're creating these fair value gaps to the downside. Yeah, you can definitely move your stop loss, I think, below there. I think fairly safe. Right, because it's above like the bearish breaker. It's not a bearish breaker. Sorry, mitigation block. Now we just wait. Look at all these relative equal lows here. Once we break below that, so this is what I'm seeing in this trade. We like this can be it, but where price is waving to us, hello there. That's what we want to target. Let's add 2 magnets, double the pulling power. Once it breaks this, guys, you don't want to see that breaking back to the upside. You know, that never goes out of style. Yeah. Right? So, yeah. I think we do one more push higher. I don't know, Alex. You know what? Like, I think, I don't know. I just think that like this is like a possible turning point. We could go one higher and then lower, but based on where we're at right now, we're entering the macro. We are in the macro right now. Where's my entry point after scale in? It's a bit lower. Right there, actually. You know what? I'm going to leave my initial entry point, and then we just did some scale in here. I think I scaled in there. I don't know. You want to, like, I don't want to see, like, to be honest, like this traded too, like this area here. And now I'm looking for areas where I can scale in, right? Because like I want to turn this $400 trade into like a $600 or $800 trade. So if we get like a nice pullback with like a nice, like showing me that it's respecting this inversion here, I will. What's NQ doing? I'm looking at NQ at a completely different chart, guys. You can't see it, but NQ is dropping nicely. I just do not like NQ's price action. I'm gonna scale it. I'm gonna scale in one more. I'm dropping my stop loss right. Okay, so I'm still risking $110, but I'm slowly growing that profit target there. And a little other scale in right there. Let me look at the 5-minute here. See, like I like where my stop loss is from like a 5-minute perspective. 4-minute, 3-minute, 2-minute, 1-minute. So my break-even price is right above this candle here. Now we just wait. Usually when my accounts are above that $2,000, threshold, I'm a bit more aggressive with my scale in. And again, only $100 right now is at rest. Not a lot. Scale in one more there. I'm just liking price action in general here. 150 is my risk. Let's look at NQ. Once price gets down to this level here and it breaks below it, I'm going to break even. Okay, because I want to see it break below and then come back up. Okay, so this is going to be like my break even price. So currently I still have technically 150 in the rest. Going to be break even price. And then we're just going to hold it 0 or hero. There's a lot of sell side below us. So I'm really liking where price is drawn to, right? And if I'm wrong about this, I'll be satisfied. Like I'm going to be accepting that loss, no negative emotion. The one thing against us is all-time highs, which we're just hoping that it just did hit barely, had no power, and it just broke lower. You can see here price from a 1-minute perspective is really struggling. Like if we kind of create a bit more lipstick here, It technically created a fair value gap here. Nothing crazy to the downside, but again, like this area right here is like my main block, my main shield, if I can call it that. And remember, we're going to open guys up at a positive RTH. Beautiful. And right now, just tell you where my mind is. Like, do I move my stop loss to break even after this drop here lower? Because like, do we want to see it go higher than this? Technically, no. In theory, that is basically like the bullish push before this drop here. Hopefully we get like a fair value gap happen there. We'll see in 40 seconds if we do get a fair value up there. I'm gonna draw it in right now, but I'll adjust it once it's confirmed. Okay, I'm definitely going to break even now. Break even. And you know what? We're gonna do this. We're gonna have $30 in profit right there. You know what? What's $30 in profit? I don't care about 30 bucks in profit. I just took out this minor sell side here. And then hopefully we use that as rocket fuel. I need to close below this level here. It's very important. Once you see a body below this fair value gap here, I'm already at break even. Then I think it's a sure shot going down. Look at that, guys. A little trade, little quick one. It just needs to keep going. Imagine I say all this, get all cocky, and then it just boop. Which is okay if it does that. It can definitely poke me to the upside and take me out, and I'll say whatever, ES, next time. But this is my first trade with ES. Very simple price action, to be honest, comparing to NQ. I'm going to remove my scale-ins here. And then let's just hope. Like, to be honest, like, you just don't want to see price creating a swing high here. That would be no bueno. If I was like in drawdown, I would probably partial out here. But this level is too clean. I'm liking it way too much. I'm going to quickly just cycle through the higher time frames to see where my stop loss is sitting at. 3 minute looks good. 4 minute looks good. 5 minute looks good. I really like it, to be honest. So I think it's a very safe stop loss. And it's like, if you have two options, either you're not making, I technically lost money on the initial entry because I traded the wrong contract of 40 bucks. But let's just hope that it continues pushing lower here. It's 9:01. We're in the macro. Again, where's the draw here? Down here. This was minor sell side here. So to be honest, minor. Maybe I should have partialed out here, but it's already too late. We'll hold it, guys. Minor sell side liquidity has been taken. And I think I'm going to be done after this for the day. If it stops, if it breaks me out at break even, we'll kill the stream. If it hits target, we'll kill the stream. I'm like my mind's tired from live streaming for like 2 hours. If you guys are enjoying the stream, feel free to drop a like. Helps the channel. If you guys are looking for a good prop firm to trade with, in my opinion, I think Funded Next are top 3. Right now they have like a buy one get one offer. If you use code DOM, it should activate it. Nice rejection here of this fair value gap. See how these bodies here are sticking in the lower half? Like that's what we want to see, right? And let's, like right now we're here. Okay, so I know where we are relative to the square here. Oh, which square was it? But we're still, what price are we at? We're at 340 right now. We're right here. 340, we're right here. So there's still like a pretty large premium opening gap. We're targeting not even half of it right now, so. Everything is still pointing in the right direction, guys. If this holds nicely, I might scale in some more and pull my stop loss lower. Okay, I'm gonna buy one more here. Stop loss move. It's still at break even, my stop loss, but it's right there. I bought right there. That was my next scale in. Because like if it's gonna hit that, it's gonna hit that, right? Sometimes you gotta figure out. So we scaled in right there. You look at that like nice little push lower. That was scaling too. Scale. What's my target right now? Just over 500. I don't want to see price enter the upper half if we're truly bullish. The moment you get cocky is the moment you close the trade. The moment you get cocky is the moment you close the trade. Yeah, exactly. To be honest, that's very wise words. Once we get below this fair value gap here, I might start trailing and I might start locking in some profits like right there. This has to break, guys. This here is our last final boss, in my opinion. Where like right now, I think it's like a 60% chance it goes down. It goes to like an 80% chance, in my opinion. All right. Thank you, Princess002. Right now, I'm making money for the family so that we can have a great life. Is that okay, Princess? Hey, listen, these are my loyal 6 followers here, so. You guys can see, and my wife here wants some of my time. After this is closed, live stream is closing. And then, again, I think this was a nice pre-9:30 session. Okay, so you have 2 options here. You can move your stop loss down here. I think that's fairly safe. So I'm locked in $43 for my initial miss entry. Or you can definitely have it above mean threshold here. Bit more aggressive because it might just pop, touch you, and then push lower. What I'm gonna do now is thinking right now. I'm gonna do a partial. I'm liking this drop here. I'm gonna do a partial of 4 right now. Stop loss. So I partialed out 50% right there. Bring it home, baby. Come on, bit more. Bit more. Add on the magnets. Add on the magnets. I like. Let's go. Bit more. Moving my stop loss to above this fair value gap here. I don't want it to retrace. So it's either right now 200, like what's remaining, it's 200 or 60. I don't want to see you get above this. Like this is the moment it breaks above this fair value gap, expect an ultra deep, if not pull around here. Come on, 1 tick away. Keep going, keep going. If this is gonna be anxiety, you can partial out 80% here. It's completely okay to miss out on 30 bucks. You know what? I'm gonna take my advice here. I'm gonna partial out 2 more. There you go. There you go. And so much anxiety just left, right? So it's either $20 or 97. Okay. There's a fair value up here. This shouldn't break. Like this is, if you have your stop loss here, right now it's being protected by what? This fair value gap, this 7 a.m. fair value gap. And if it takes it out, I can't talk, then it is what it is, right? So right now my max that I will be losing is $60. assuming it doesn't hit profit. If you want a more safer, I think this is probably a safer approach. Why? And now I'm asking myself, why am I locking $20 in here? So I'm going to take my own advice. I'm just going to shift it up here. I don't fully trust the stop loss here. But again, it's like, you know, $20 or nothing. I'd rather have nothing than $20. So it's either 100 or 0 here. Usually you shouldn't move around your stop loss so much, but sometimes you think about it and you're like, you know what, this might make more sense. That made more sense. So we are at 80% out here. 80% scale out. Did anyone catch this, guys? I'm curious. Did anyone make money off this, like catching the knife? We caught it yesterday. And we caught it today. But you know how many times I got screwed over by catching or trying to catch a knife at all-time highs? So it goes both ways. Come on, Price. Let me end this stream. And imagine like you were at full risk, right? Or a full position right now and it starts pulling back. You start freaking out. But for me, I'm super relaxed. I'm like, worst case scenario, based on that max kind of, you know what it did actually? No, it never took out this low, it never took out this low. The left to relative equal lows here, guys. Okay. So this, to be honest, is another draw on liquidity. See how it never tagged it? And come on, a bit more push. This is really good. Now we don't want to see price entering the upper half of this fair value gap here. I'm gonna go grab breakfast after this. And I think I'm gonna lock out. I'm gonna keep my day and my sanity in check. So against 5 accounts, it's gonna be either 2.5K or what's 400 times 5? 2K. It's between 2 to, is going to data low. I data low. I'll shift into it in a sec. Oh, like 830 lows? It already hit 830 lows, man. What's data low? Oh, MNQ. Oh, okay. Very nice rejection, guys, right? This is primo bearish price action. Bodies can't get, the wicks can't even get above mean threshold. And remember, use the bodies or the gaps here to drive your fair value gaps. I'm liking ES, guys. Like, this is my first trade. I don't know if it's beginner's luck, but I'm really liking ES. Like, this was like an ultra clean target. So moving forward, we're going to do double analysis now. ES and NQ. This was, and remember, how much did I risk on this trade? I didn't risk more than $100 and we pulled out 500. Right? So a bit of scale in. If I did full risk here, it would have been $1,000, to be honest. Whatever. I'm just gonna, you know, take it slow. This is all-time high. Done. Good job. Yeah, I did scale in on the way down. But guys, that's it for today. We caught a nasty trade to the downside. We scaled in. You only risk $500 or you only risk $100 and you make hundreds. So you don't have to trade big to make a lot of money. And you do this for 5 or 6 days and you get your $2,000 payout from Top Step times 5 accounts. So 10K every 2 weeks. And that's how you make it work, guys. Guys, take care. Again, if you want to support the channel, use funded next code DOM. I'd appreciate that. And it's Friday. Have a good weekend, guys. And I think I'm going to live stream Monday pre 9:30. Okay. See you guys. Safe trading. And if you're up for the day, maybe lock out and have a good weekend. That's some words of advice. But take care, guys.